Hey girl, I am back. It's Heather Newman. If you're new here, welcome back to the hashtag Get Unstuck podcast. Today we are on episode number 254, and I'm going to talk to you pretty raw and open and just, hey, let's hang out together. Let's go for a walk. Why I almost freaking quit being a nutritionist.
You're listening to the hashtag Get Unstuck podcast, your go-to source for all things health and fitness transformation, with certified nutrition coach and specialist turned online fitness planning mentor, Heather Newman. Heather's goal is to empower women like you to take control of your overall health and fitness strategy. Tune in each week for a realistic approach as she shares tips and tools to glitter your soul and add sparkle to your life. Let's get unstuck. You are not a tree. So let's learn to move, change, and find true happiness by creating a vision and living your dreams. For blog posts, exclusive offers, fitness strategies, monthly VIP challenges, at-home workout plans, and more, be sure to subscribe to glitteru.com. Now tighten that ponytail, embrace a more fulfilled and positive approach to life, and let's get happy. Here's your host, Heather Newman.
Hey girl. All right. This one, like I said, is going to be pretty raw and unfiltered. Not because I need to vent or go on a rant, but because I know that you have felt this too in your own way. And I know you come here for the real deal. So here's the truth. I almost freaking quit. Not fitness. Not all the glitter and sparkle, not all the motivation and fun things and the figuring out the life, the chapter that we're in, but nutrition. Yes, me, Heather, the girl who created the sugar detox, the one who is forever and always saying that food is medicine. I literally almost threw in the towel, and that is my truth. Not because I didn't believe in what I do, but because I got so tired. And again, I'm just being candid with you. I'm being completely honest. I got so tired of caring more than the people I was trying to help. Like, imagine pouring your heart into someone's health journey and they still just want the shortcut. They want the magic pill. They want the shot. Yes, people would opt to put an injection, a needle in their body instead of committing, being consistent to the work. The pill, the Band-Aid, the fix me but don't change me or don't make me change attitude. Let me say that again. In my perception, in my experience, it's like they're saying, hey, fix me, but don't make me change anything. Don't make me change my attitude either. Girl, this is what breaks a trainer. This is what breaks a coach. This is what breaks someone in the industry that they're in if they're in it for the right reasons and they really, really, really are passionate about what they do. That's why I always come back to the mindset, because once I realized that diet, food, nutrition, fitness, training, once I made the connection of mind, body, and soul, once I realized that this is more than just let me lose weight for the wedding. This is just more than let me lose weight so I can go on my cruise. It is so much deeper than that, but it's simple. But you got to want it and know that it's a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. It is not a fragment in time unless you want to be on the yo-yo or the roller coaster and keep repeating that cycle over and over. This is what breaks a coach. Now, let me back up and give you the real deal. I became a nutritionist not just because I love food, because honestly, I'm a pretty picky eater, or I had been most of my life, but because I watched how it changed lives. It changed my life. It changed my clients. It changed my family. I've seen what clean eating, what sugar detoxing, what gut healing, and food awareness can actually do. So it's wild to me that we still live in a world that worships quick fixes and ignores the root cause, or that we live in a world that party around food is so much more important than actually caring about what we're putting in our pie hole. It tastes good in the moment. It's so much fun. Let me indulge in some more. And I'm not saying don't have fun. Like, food can be fun. It can be very rewarding. You can savor the taste of something and let it be a moment. I get that. But to worship the quick fixes and ignore what's truly happening at the root of it, that's just wild to me. So why, I guess I ask myself, so I'm sharing it with you today because I'm just being raw here, like I said, why are people pretending that this bag of high protein cookies is the same as an avocado? Or that meds, big pharma, can solve what lifestyle refuses to address? Like, meds put a Band-Aid on things. Meds do not fix or heal. They put a Band-Aid. So why not try to address, get down to the nitty-gritty of it and see, what could I do first? What lifestyle change what decisions could I make on the daily that would actually address this, that it's a priority to me? I have a responsibility to take care of my health and feel good, instead of just shoveling whatever I want in my pie hole and thinking it's funny and laughing about it because everybody else is doing it. I know. I probably sound kind of mean here, but this is just frustration out of love and passion. So let me hit you with a few hard truths. These are the 10 things. I kind of jotted them down in my notebook, and I'm like, do I even want to share this? Like, this might come from, or sound like it's coming, I don't know. I feel like it's going to come out wrong no matter what I do or say. So I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to be me. And there are 10 things. If I had to narrow it down, there's probably plenty more. But if I had to narrow it down, number one would be people trusting big pharma more than their own bodies. Taking the time to listen to your body. Taking the time to understand your body. Instead of, oh my God, I feel so fat. Oh my God, I feel so bloated. Oh my God. Like, why? There's a reason. It's not just because you ate too much. I mean, that could be part of the problem, but it's usually tied to just mindless eating, meaning that, I'm hungry. Let me grab this. It's quick. Let me eat it. And then an hour later, you're like, I don't feel good. I don't know if it was something I ate. You should know, because you're the only one that has the power to put something inside of your body. And then once it's inside of your body's going to tell you by the way that you feel how it liked it. All right. So big pharma, trusting big pharma more than your own body and listening and dialing in. So number 2 is I'm doing like air quotes here. Just tell me what to take mindset. No curiosity, no learning involved, no ownership. And this, I don't have a percentage, but I'm going to say that this is most of the population, which is so frustrating and sad from the lens of somebody who is in nutrition, trying to help people, not to minimize things for you, not to restrict, but to make you more selective based on your body's needs to optimize the way that you feel. It's all about feeling so good in the body that you're in, the only body that you get. Okay, I know you heard Nemo crying in the background. I had to pause for a minute. Number 3, we're going to talk about ultra-processed foods being normalized like they're a food group. And now with the help of social media, we can kind of see, what's going on in other worlds, in other countries, that why are those people not feeling like crap after they eat cheese and pasta? Why is it only in America? And a lot of these foods we've just been lied to, and it comes down to money. If it's not pharmaceuticals or big pharma, it's definitely the Food Administration and things that are sold as food that they may not be food. And I'm not telling you got to read every label. That's not it. My thing as a nutritionist is find what you like and do more of that. So, number 4, a straight up fear of behavior change. I don't know if fear is the right word, but I would say most people don't want to change their behaviors because it's going to take some effort, it's going to take some work, it's going to take some energy. And most people just don't want to change that behavior. They're scared that it's going to change their environment, which it should. And that should feel good to want to grow and change up your environment a little bit. Number 5, everyone wants results, but they don't want to take the responsibility. And that's where Big Pharma comes in. And I'm not saying that I'm against all the other options. There are some situations that require other options, if nothing more than to get you started because you just feel like you can't do it alone. But on the daily, for the women that I typically work with, they want the results, but they don't want to take the responsibility. And I'm just being so honest with you here. I'm calling it like it is. I'm being a responsible human being and just saying the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, no pun intended here. Number 6 is masking symptoms with meds like they are a filter, I guess. And I kind of touched on this, I guess, earlier. It might be redundant, but masking symptoms with medication. Medication acts as a band-aid. It does not get to the root cause. And some people just don't care. They just don't care what the root cause is. They're just like, hey, I don't know how I got here, but just fix me. And then number 7 is a big one that I get, and I hear it a lot in just the initial consultation or our beginning conversations, is blaming genetics instead of actually stepping into the power that you hold. So, the genetic side of it can play a role, but you do have the power to change that. And there are studies, numerous studies that have been done. I know a set of twins that are just prime example of, hello, they're twins, biologically basically the same person, and they are living 2 different lifestyles. And to look at them, you can't even tell that they're twins because one of them looks in like such good health condition, young, glowy, dewy skin. And we're talking about women that are in their 60s. And the other one smokes, doesn't work out, and she looks probably 20 years older than her twin sister. So number 8, most doctors never really learn about nutrition in school, and that's nothing against doctors. That's not what they're there for. They are in a system that sets them up to fix the world in the way that the world is asking to be fixed. And there is a lot of money to be made. Obviously, we know that doctors make good money. We know that a big pharma is making a lot of money. And sometimes I feel like, hey, let's put poison in the food. Let people think that this is actually food. Let them put it in their body, and then we'll get them into the system through the doctors that have been in the system and treat them with the medication that is in the system. And there's a lot of money to be made. I'll just say that. So this is definitely a quote system. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Just for numbers real quick on that, doctors in school, in med school, you can look it up, they get less than 25 hours of nutrition education. And number 9, supplements being used as the new magic pill instead of cleaning up the root cause again. Supplements, there's another thing. I mean, I'm big on supplements. You know that I have some supplements that I agree with that work with my body that enhance my or optimize the way I feel. And I haven't had any issues with them. So I tend to try and stay with the same ones that I know are helping me get to my personal goals, but everybody's got their own personal goals. But supplements are being used as the new magic pill instead of actually getting to the root cause as well. So before you start supplementing just because your best friend is supplementing, you should probably dive in and ask yourself, like, why do I need this supplement? How am I missing the supplement? Could I get this through food, real whole foods instead, or fixing it from there, I guess. And I would say get a full blood panel done if you're not really sure about hormones and your personal readings on supplementing. A lot of people just go to the store. This is typically it. They go to Target, they go to CVS, they get a multivitamin because they feel like I'm not getting enough nutrition through my food, which is probably correct. And they don't really know what they need. So they just grab a multivitamin and start popping the multivitamin, which might have zinc in it, which you may be deficient or you may have too much. You are a science project. You are your own chemistry set. So before you start popping supplements, in my opinion, I would consult with someone who can run a full blood panel. And I mentioned in my last podcast or the podcast before the name of the actual test that you want to ask for and or get. All right. And number 10, girl, oh my God, constantly, this is another reason I almost quit. Constantly having to defend real food as if spinach has a PR problem or something. It's just mind-boggling to me. But again, this is my profession. I know not everybody is as dialed in. But here's the thing. We all do it every single day. We all eat every single day. And we all have the choice to make every day. Every day we put something into our pie hole. We are the only person. There is nobody putting something on a spoon and shoveling it down our throat. So what you see in the mirror is a direct reflection of the choices you have made to put into your mouth. And once you understand that power, that control, it's only then that the light bulb goes off and you're like, wait, why am I eating that? What is that offering my body? Is that getting me closer to the goals? Does this make me feel like I'm optimizing my health, especially at whatever age, right? It's maddening, you guys. And it's honestly why most educated people, I want to say people just still eat like crap, is because the system doesn't teach us what actually heals. It just doesn't. The truth is there's no money to be made, I don't think, hardly ever, in kale. But there's a lot of money in keeping people just sick enough. And that's the system. That is the system that I was trying to coach people out of. But here's the twist. For every person who wanted the easy way out, there was always that one client who said, I'm ready. Girl, Heather, let's do this for real. I'm going to do everything you ask me to do. I'm going to follow it. I'm going to learn about it. I'm going to log it. And girl, that's why I stayed. Because when someone commits to the journey, it is absolute bliss. Labs improve, energy shifts, their whole identity shifts. And it reminded me that this is what I was made for, and to speak the truth and to call out the nonsense. And there's other nutritionists out there trying their hardest to do the same. It's not easy. It's definitely going against the grain, but that's what I've always done. I've always been, if everyone's going right, Heather's going left. If everyone's following the masses, I remove the M and I'm like, I'm not following the asses. And to create resources for women who are ready is what I want to do. So one of the resources, as you know, where it all started was my 7-day sugar detox. Sugar is the devil. It's not just like a cute little reset. It's definitely when I had my wake up call, and it's nothing fancy. It's pretty thin, actually, the book. You can get it on Amazon or at Barnes and Noble. My website is glitteru.com. You can check it out there on the blog too. But it's called The 7-Day Sugar Detox, Sugar is the Devil by Heather Newman. And it was my wake up call. And I just decided I was going to publish this, if it be for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 people that I could help. And I got so much feedback. There are so many people that have done it. Most people lose like 8 pounds, right? It teaches you a way to manage what you're doing, what you're eating, what you're having, why it's important to dial in, why you might need a reset. But because this journey alone is this journey of life, not even just nutrition, but it's bigger than macros and meal plans. And it's more about reclaiming your own power over your body, and the science is there. It isn't just me and my feelings, right? Like the science is there. And by the way, Harvard says that diets rich in whole food reduces disease risk. And Lancet says that poor diet kills more people globally than anything else. NIH, they support anti-inflammatory diets for metabolic health. And those blue zones, girl, people live longer where the food and movement actually matter. That's in the blue zones. You can Google that as well. So yeah, I almost quit, but then I remembered why I started. Because someone needs to say the unpopular thing, and someone needs to say that healing doesn't come from a prescription pad.
Hey friend, thank you so much for listening to Heather's Get Unstuck podcast. Tough few years. Have you felt a little lost, fell off track, or maybe your life feels like it's been flipped upside down? Are you ready to get back on track with a simple jumpstart, the healthy way? The 7-Day Sugar Detox, Sugar is the Devil book is now available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. It is a straightforward shortcut that tells you exactly what to eat and how to do this. The 7-Day Sugar Detox, Sugar is the Devil workbook and guide by Heather Newman will help you navigate a new healthy relationship with food. It will teach you which foods work for you and those that don't. This 7-Day Sugar Detox guide is meant to be a staple. It's not a one-time use only book. It's one that you'll want to keep coming back to over and over again for guidance. It's the permanent solution that you've been looking for. This guide is used as a resource to get you back on track when you fall off, and we all do. It's a journey, not a destination. So happy to hear how many of you are enjoying this book, getting massive weight loss results, and use it as a tool after those binging weekends when you've really whooped it up. It's the perfect, easy-to-follow guide, including a grocery list and meal planning recipe options for breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. If it's not on the list, it's not for us. Be sure to grab yours today and grab one for a friend. The 7-Day Sugar Detox, Sugar is the Devil by Heather Newman is available in a paperback and a hardback version. Visit the website www.sugardetox7.com or simply find it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble websites. Sugar is the devil.
So someone needs to remind you that your body is whispering and it's time that you listen, maybe. I don't want to get on a soapbox and always preach, but you guys know that I'm passionate about what I do. And if you're that woman, if you're done with masking and ready to step into your own power, I'm still here. I'm inside the Hashtag Get Unstuck podcast here. I'm inside the programs at Tone. I'm inside Glitter U blog always. Please subscribe there, glitteru.com. That's GLITTER, the letter U.com. And I'm always holding space for the ones who are ready. And maybe you're not lazy or broken, right? Like maybe you've just been lied to for too long, or you just didn't want to face the hard things. And maybe, just maybe, today's the day that you finally trust your own freaking body. So with love, I hope that you will tune in next time for the hashtag Get Unstuck podcast. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey friend, thank you so much for listening to Heather's Get Unstuck podcast. Her goal is to help as many women as possible, and if this episode helped you in any way, you can directly impact Heather's efforts by simply sharing a screenshot of this to your social media or team. Also, if you're looking for additional support, feel free to find Heather on Instagram at GlitterU, her website at www.glitteru.com, and or join the free Get Unstuck community Facebook group.